going to do the story of Medusa and Athena, starring me, Molly, and as Medusa, my mom.
You're Athena, and I'm Medusa.
I'm Athena, and she's a Medusa.
Okay.
And the incredibly attractive narrator.
Oh, which is Daddy. Thank you.
Daddy.
Perfect. And the story begins.
Once upon a time, a long time ago, there lived a beautiful maiden named Medusa.
I am Medusa. I am beautiful.
Medusa lived in the city of Athens in a country named Greece. And although there were many pretty girls in the city, Medusa was considered most lovely. Unfortunately, Medusa was very proud of her beauty and thought or spoke of little else.
I am beautiful. I am beautiful. I am so beautiful.
Each day she boasted of how pretty she was, and each day her boast became more outrageous.
I am beautiful.
On Sunday, Medusa bragged to the miller that her skin was more beautiful than fresh fallen snow.
Miller! I am so beautiful. My complexion is as good as fresh fallen snow. Don't you agree?
On Monday, she told the cobbler that her hair glowed brighter than the sun.
Cobbler, see my dew? It's brighter than the sun. It's amazing. I'm just so beautiful.
On Tuesday, she commented to the blacksmith's son that her eyes were greener than the Aegean Sea.
Do you see my eyes? They are greener than the Aegean Sea. Oh, gorge.
On Wednesday, she boasted to everyone at the public gardens that her lips were redder than the reddest rose.
Everybody in the garden, look at my lips. They are redder than the roses. Aren't I beautiful?
When she wasn't busy sharing her thoughts about her beauty with all who passed by, Medusa would gaze lovingly at her reflection in the mirror. She admired herself in her head mirror for an hour each morning as she brushed her hair. She admired herself in her darkened window for an hour each evening as she got ready for bed. She even stopped to admire herself in the well each afternoon as she drew water for her father's horses.
I'm not going to get the water. I'm just going to look at myself.
Often forgetting to fetch the water in her distraction. On and on Medusa went about her beauty to anyone and everyone who stopped long enough to hear her.
Don't you think I'm beautiful? I'm so beautiful. Hello. Do you see me? I'm so beautiful.
Until one day she made her first visit to the Parthenon with her friends.
Oh, let's go to this old temple and see. Ugh, it's not that beautiful. Ugh, these sculptures. I would have been a much better object for these sculptures. Why didn't they sculpt me? I am the most beautiful. Ugh, and these paintings are just drab. Ugh, can we get out of here?
The Parthenon was the largest temple to the goddess Athena in all the land. It was decorated with amazing sculptures and paintings.
They're not amazing.
Everyone who entered was awed by the beauty of the place and couldn't help but think of how grateful they were to Athena, goddess of wisdom, for inspiring them and for watching over their city of Athens. Everyone, that is, except Medusa.
This is so boring.
When Medusa saw the sculptures, she wished she would have made a much better subject for the sculptor than Athena had. When Medusa saw the artwork, she commented that the artist had done a fine job considering the goddess's thick eyebrows.
Mm-hmm. Very thick eyebrows, a little thick around the waist.
But imagine how much more wonderful the painting would be if it was of someone as delicate as Medusa.
With hair as golden as the sun and a complexion as white as snow. Just like me. I'm beautiful.
And when Medusa reached the altar, she sighed happily and said,
I am the most beautiful in the land.
Medusa's friends grew pale. The priestesses who overheard Medusa gasped. Whispers ran through all the people in the temple, who quickly began to leave. For everyone knew that Athena enjoyed watching over the people of Athens and feared what might happen if the goddess had overheard Medusa's rash remarks.
This place. I'm the most beautiful. More beautiful than the sculptures, more beautiful than the paintings.
Before long, the temple was empty of everyone except Medusa, who was so busy gazing proudly at her reflection in the large bronze doors that she hadn't noticed the swift departure of everyone else. The image she was gazing at wavered, and suddenly, instead of her own features, it was the face of Athena that Medusa saw reflected back at her.
That is not me.
You vain and foolish girl! You know there is not much to beauty. It won't last forever. It doesn't help the sick, teach the unskilled, or feed the hungry.
Medusa tried to point out that her beauty was an inspiration to those around her, and that she made their lives better by simply looking so lovely, but Athena silenced her with a frustrated wave.
I am so beautiful that I make people happy. They love looking at me. Yeah, I bring joy to the world.
Silence! Since you admire your beauty so much, your fate will be admired. And this will be a lesson for all those who can't control their pride.
And with,
What happened?
and with those words, Medusa's face changed to that of a hideous monster. Her hair twisted and thickened into horrible snakes that hissed and fought each other atop her head.
What is this? This is terrible. I'm so ugly. These snakes, I hate snakes.
And with that, Athena sent Medusa with her hair of snakes to live with the blind monsters, the Gorgon sisters, at the ends of the earth.
Now go.
Can I never look at my reflection again?
You shall never, because it will turn you to stone.
Will anybody ever love me?
If they look at you, they will turn to stone. Now go!